Hello and welcome to Fingers on Plastic. I'm Little Dave and this is Ultimate He-Man from Super7. So as you can tell looking at this figure, he is different from the retro line what I was looking at before. And this is basically a figure what fits in line with the Grayskull range from Super7. Obviously he is the Filmation style, but he is a very articulated 7-inch figure. So we'll have a quick look at the packaging. Now, like the retro range, he is in the classic style packaging. I'll just turn him around and have a quick look on the back. And again, now on the back here, you can see some figures which were included in the Club Grayskull range. A few of the figures from the classics range. Some special releases, including the Laughing Prince Adam, what I think was a Comic-Con exclusive, and Holidays He-Man, obviously Christmas sort of get up there. We see a nice piece of artwork at the top, and obviously some information there about removing his head. Right, that's a quick look at the back. Let's get him open and have a look. Right, He-Man's now out of his packaging. Now, this one does include a card, with him not having any information on the back. I have slightly nicked this one, unfortunately, so I might have to do a little bit of sellotape in there if I ever display it. But yeah, it's a nice piece of artwork. Very similar to, oh well, it is designed to look like he did in the cartoon. A little bit of information about him on the back. A nice little sketch of him when he's transformed to He-Man from Prince Adam. Right, so here's the figure. Now, as you can see, this is an absolutely brilliant figure of how he looked in the cartoon. I think that face sculpt is absolutely fantastic, and I really do think it captures his look perfectly. Now, on the back, he does have a sword sheath, which is a nice touch. But yeah, I think he's great. I think my only little complaint with him, he's very shiny on his plastic. Again, makes him look like he's got a bit of a suntan, or he's been at the odd baby oil. Just hope Simon hasn't turned the brightness up on this one. He likes to turn the brightness up on the videos, does our Simon. Right, let's have a look at his accessories. So, as standard, he does have a power sword, based on the Filmation look, of course. Well, I think it's a little bit too grey sort of plastic. It would have been nice if it's slightly darker. It's quite light grey, but I presume, obviously, they're trying to get the look from how it was in the cartoon. It would have been nice maybe if it had been shiny, but I'm not going to complain too much. It is his power sword, how it looked in the cartoon style-wise. Right, there it is in his hand. Looks quite cool with that. And then you can obviously take that out and pop it in his sheath in the back. Right, let's have a look at a couple more of his accessories. Now, he does come with a shield. It's quite big compared to his original one. This is an absolutely massive shield, but I believe because it appeared maybe once, twice at the most in the cartoon, or a version of it, it was quite big, so obviously they've gone for that sort of style in this time. I won't bother showing it in his hand because obviously it's just a guy holding a shield, but there is, this time it doesn't clip on, just fits in his hand. It's quite cool if you want to display him with that. I won't. I think I'm just going to go for the sword if I do display him like Eve anyway, with a weapon. Now, one of his other accessories is a battle axe. Now, like the original toy came with a battle axe, I don't know if he ever used one in the cartoon. His main weapon always seemed to be the power sword. But it's nice if it's included, if you wanted to pose him like that. Again, I don't think I will. I'll just go for the power sword. Right, his other accessories are really cool. Now, he comes with 3 different heads. Now his head is on a ball joint and will pull off. You get a laughing head. Now I know I'm not going to try this one on because I know this one is a bit of a tight squeeze. I've tried it before, but the laughing head is pretty cool. It's basically the laughing head what came with that Prince Adam on the back. If you're wondering about that Prince Adam, if you've ever seen the video someone made many years ago on YouTube of Prince Adam singing "What's Up" by the 4 Non-Blondes, that Prince Adam figure was basically a Comic Con exclusive and based upon his appearance in that silly little video someone made. If you've never seen it, look it up, it's a laugh. And it'll get that song stuck in your head all day long. But yeah, there's a laughing head. It's got alright hair, slightly different, but again, this was probably made before this one was. So it's slightly different sculpt. But again, I don't think I'd ever display him with that one. Now, one of the other cool ones, I do believe I can do this one, so I will pop his head off. I've tried this one before. If I put this one on, if it'll go on, there we go. He is now the Filmation version of Faker. Now, as you're aware, if you're a fan of the toys, Faker, the original toy, was blue skinned with like orange hair, and he had the same sort of armour as Skeletor, but in orange as well. Now, obviously in the cartoon, they didn't go for that. He only ever made one appearance in the cartoon where he was used to try and trick the sorceress to coming outside of Castle Grayskull. And basically, he was an exact copy of He-Man, bar the weird glowing eyes. So I think that is a nice touch. If you had a couple of these, you could just swap the head over and just basically turn one into a Faker. Now, the other one, I don't think I've ever tried this one, so I won't bother trying it. Well, actually, no, I'll give it a try, see if it'll fit on. Yep. Now, he is basically Robot He-Man. Now, this was an episode of the cartoon where I think Prince Adam had been captured, and Man-at-Arms needed to make a copy or a robotic version of He-Man to try and trick, obviously, Skeletor or someone. So again, a nice touch. Obviously, he didn't walk around looking like that. I think that was just when they were possibly being made. But again, it's a nice, cooler touch. You can make that one. It's a very strange looking head. Again, I don't think I'd display him like that one, but it is kind of cool. There we go. I'll pop his normal head back on. And he's back to normal. Right, I'll have a quick look at his articulation now. Bear with me. I've not really had a great amount of look at these before. I've left most of mine in the boxes and packaging so far. So you looking at these with me is one of the only times I've ever really got them out and had a look myself. So yeah, he has wrist articulation. It bends there and turns. You've got a bend at the elbow. Also a twist there on the bicep. Arms go in and out. Head, of course, is on a ball joint. Same amount of articulation on that one. Now, he does have an ab crunch. Also, legs do the splits. So, yeah, like a ball joint on their leg as well there. Knees bend, quite stiff knees, quite nice. It's a bit like a bit like a ratchet on there. Ankle turns, and you've also got a nice little tilt there on the ankle. And a bit of a pivot as well, I believe, yeah. Yeah, slightly, yeah, bit of a pivot there. So yeah, that is Ultimate He-Man. I do really like this figure. I think he's a great Filmation looking style. Probably one of the 5 favourite ever He-Man I've ever owned, out of the ones I've got. I'll do a quick comparison just on height to the original He-Man. So here's original He-Man, just to have a quick look at the height difference. Obviously he's 5.5, Ultimate He-Man's 7-inch. And just for another quick comparison, I believe this was Snow Warrior He-Man from the 2002 range. Yeah, but he's probably about more like he'd be probably about a 6-inch figure, I would have thought. But yeah, that's him. I'm really happy with him. He's a great figure. Now, if you are after buying any of this sort of Club Grayskull stuff, I would recommend dipping in now. Like I've said before, Super7 won't be making any more of these for the foreseeable future, with Mattel doing more of their own stuff later on this year. So he is starting to get quite expensive on the second-hand market. There is a few places you might find him in stock every now and again. I bought this one pre-owned from eBay. I didn't, to be fair, I probably paid about what it would have cost to buy him from most sites, so I was quite happy with that. But like I say, they are getting harder and harder to come across now, and the prices are starting to shoot up. So if it was something you were looking at maybe picking up, I'd try and get on board now before the prices get a bit silly. Right, I'm done with this one. I'll be back again soon with another one of these figures from this range. And I hope you've enjoyed this one and be back to look again. Cheers for that. Bye-bye.
Fingers on plastic.